Yo, what's going on guys, Arekkz here, welcome back to another Monster Hunter World video. Just a super quick one today, but I wanted to turn your attention to something rather interesting that actually cropped up in a Japanese TV commercial for Monster Hunter World. If you take a super quick look at this, apologies the quality isn't great, but it was recorded off screen. I've left a link to the original video in the description box down below. However, if we pause just here, this, my friends, is Kirin. Now for those of you new to the series, jumping in with World and have no idea what Kirin is, this is what Kirin looks like. Bear in mind these images are taken from previous games, since Kirin is a returning monster, so the world render will likely have some improvements, but it is essentially a unicorn. However, don't let the appearance fool you. Kirin is also an Elder Dragon, and it dishes out some pretty devastating thunder attacks. Obviously, during the very short gameplay snippets, we only get a super quick look. The hunters are taking it on in the Coral Highlands in what looks to be the highest point, typically where Legiana patrols. So it's going to be interesting to see fights between Kirin and other monsters, or even other Elder Dragons, assuming they show up in this map too, given that we've already seen Kushala and Teostra fighting, as well as Teostra and Nogigante fighting. A little bit of information on Kirin for you. Its main element is, as mentioned, thunder. It has a long, sharp, but also incredibly fragile horn. Its body, however, or the hide, is the polar opposite. Kirin have incredibly tough hides due to tightly packed fur, and this essentially creates a flexible armor for the monster that is typically beyond the sharpness of most weapons, meaning most of your attacks would bounce off if you attack the body. As such, when fighting it, your efforts are predominantly focused on the head, since the horn is the most fragile and it's where you can attack without bouncing, plus where you can deal the most damage. Kirin are also incredibly fast, making them a pain to chase down with heavier weapons at times, and being an Elder Dragon, it is once again immune to any sort of shock or pitfall traps, so slowing it down can have its difficulties. Of course, in previous Monster Hunter games, when things got hectic or when it got angry, you could just leave the area to cool off, but given the open nature of Monster Hunter World's maps, I am genuinely so excited to see how Kirin plays out in this new format. I mean, you don't exactly outrun a Kirin, so if it gets angry, that's going to be fun. As you can see from the clip, it can also fire out beams of lightning, so the monster can be pretty lethal, both up close and from a distance. What's more exciting, however, is that in a recent Japanese interview, it was said that Kushala and Teostra, two returning Elder Dragons, have seen some redesigns in World, and they have new moves. So, I'm super excited to see if that too applies to Kirin. I imagine it will, so that'll probably mean it has some new tricks up its sleeves, or hooves, or however you want to say it. Now, going on old designs, to give you guys something to look at, this is what the Kirin armor used to look like for male and female hunters. This is the Blade Master armor, and given that Gunner armor doesn't exist in World, then this is the only one that's likely relevant. I'm unsure whether the design will be the same in World. It could be the same, or similar, with some updates, or they could have done a complete redesign and made some changes. Only time will tell. But for those of you new to the series, this is what the armor used to look like for this monster. There were also a couple of other cool segments in the commercial. There's another quick scene of Uragan in the volcano map, and also a cool scene of a hunter walking towards a load of other hunters in the gathering hall. Once the trailer drops on YouTube, I'll be able to take a closer look at it and see if there are any other armor sets shown there. But for the time being, that's pretty much it. Just a super quick video, but that is another monster to add to the list. If you guys want to know where we currently sit on the list of officially announced monsters, then I'll link my video down below. But in the meantime, if you did enjoy this, then a like would be super appreciated, and be sure to comment down below and let me know what you guys think of this. Thanks for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.